It's in our blood, it's on our breath, it's in the days between life and death, it's in our hearts.
Well, hello and welcome to Ghost, that's not right. Welcome to Grave Encounter Tours. I don't know where I was going with that, but hey, we're in Kilwinning Abbey in North Ayrshire, Scotland. Now, it's part ruinous, if you know what I mean, and part, well, still an abbey, still a kind of church, place of praise, if you know what I mean, worship. And it has a graveyard attached. Look at that old tree. Well, part of the graveyard's here, as you can see, and some of it over there and behind. I don't know if that was an old crypt. Let's go and check it out. I just, before I came on, I just done a kind of spirit figure, because it said that there was a monk chants here. So I put on a wee sound of monk chants as a part of a spirit trigger sort of thing. And later on we shall do a wee experiment. Look at that fallen stone. Shows you how old these are. Well, now there must have been a fence around this. (1921) and it's fallen. That one's been here since 1880 and it's still standing. 1921 and it's collapsed. It just reminds you, folks, if your kids are walking about graveyards, and just keep them away from the stones, because these things aren't light and they will cause serious injury. Just a pity they've all fallen. It's all breaking away as well. Just talking to a nice man there from Canada. He's over visiting from Edmonton. No surprise there. So I was in the Glasgow Necropolis, as you know, the other day. I was going to do a night vigil for you, but there was vandals kicking about the park, and I didn't want an unwanted audience, if you know what I mean. So we just cancelled it, unfortunately. These are the times where they don't care, and they were climbing on top of the monuments as well. It's sacrilegious. But anyway, I wonder how many graves there are here that are unmarked, because there's some there under that kind of tree shrubby thing. So you wonder how many are here that are unmarked, that have just fallen away and they've moved them. You wonder if this maybe was a big monument with these things over here now, the ones that reach to the sky. Pointing their way to the heavenly domain of the spirits that lay before them, the souls that lay before them. It's a beautiful wee place. We'll go a wee deeper walk in before we start a wee experiment. I don't think this is a place you could do at night, but it said it is a bit active. This man died here on the Christmas Eve, 1819. Shame. Ambassador of Greenock. Look how old these are. Wow. It's been weathered. Here lies the corpse, the body of David Muir of Wood Green, late Chamberlain to the Earl of Eglinton, who died in the 19th of September 1741, aged 75. Also the body of Bessie Smiley, his first spouse, who died on the 27th of June 1727, aged 72 years. The said David Muir having generously left the lands of Wood Green to the poor people of the parish. Wouldn't like that falling on you. Look at this. Memento Mori. Quentin Grufold. Oh, can't read it quite because it's all weathered. It's quite weathered. Yeah. So that part of the abbey is still active for parishioners that come and do the worship on the days of worship, which is, as you know, usually Sunday for Christians. This is the south transept. Through the arch to your left, where at least two sides of the chapel with a fine vaulted ceiling. Note the sockets in the arch which held decorated timber screens. The transept was lit by tall triple lancets and a real window above. an old doorway there. The night stair. The night stair led to the monks' dormitory above the chapter house and was used by them when attending night services. This is the home to pigeons and no doubt bats. Must be a door of some sort, or the lock. The east processional doorway. This replaced the original door to your right, which was locked and turned into a book cupboard. So the east processional doorway. Way through the graveyard there. The sleep. This was a vaulted passage connected to the cloister of the monks' cemetery to the east. Look up and you'll see the roof line of the monks' dormitory where it joined with the lancet and the window of the south transept. There's the monks' cemetery. So you can just imagine how old some of the graves are. And like I said, some of them are maybe unmarked. This is the chapter house. They made the main administrative room where the monks met daily to discuss the work of the abbey. So maybe the gardens and household stuff and prayers and maybe the Great Silence. Or is that just nuns that do that? I'm not sure. This is the site of the warming house. The only room where the monks were permitted a fire for warmth. To the dormitory above. Ardrossan monks came from Kelso Abbey to the Scottish borders to set up the abbey here. It was founded by Sir Richard de Morville sometime between 1162 and 1189, named after St Winning. And that's probably what Kilwinning is named after. Site of the eating hall. It doesn't look as if it closes at night, right enough. Looks as if the gate's always open. Could that mean other people come in? I mean, we've seen the bottles and stuff. Excuse me. This is the west processional doorway between the cloister and the south aisle of the nave. This is the cloister rock, originally covered by a lean-to roof. The space was used by the monks for private study. So this was all covered. 1100s and it's still standing. I like some of the high-rise flats that they're bringing down because they're coming down by themselves. So it just shows you they knew how to build buildings back then that they don't know now. Now that was like a fire. And they've been using it for such by the looks of it. Now here's position of the original west front as is constructed in the late 12th century, with twin towers above the existing inner doorway as a much later addition set back from the original west front. Standing northwest tower was built in the early 19th century. Now the Great West Door would have stood here, a processional entrance flanked by high towers that I've said before. The clock tower is a later addition finished in 1816 as part of a long history of rebuilding on the site. And that is a seal of St Munnin. And it's said that there was a archery competition that took place and they would shoot a wooden bird known as a papingo, and it was mounted at the top of the clock tower. And the winner was the first one to knock the Pipingo off. And the first shoot was recorded as being 1483. So it wasn't yesterday. So there's a clock tower. You can imagine them being back here a wee bit. A wee graveyard cat. And shooting the Pipingo off. With our trusty arrows. This is the back of the clock tower. That's the Western processional door. And it would have been above here, I would imagine. Yeah, Ancient Society of Kilwinning Ayrshire Pipingo shoot. If I just focus on that for you, you can maybe scan it and find out more. Right. So it wasn't round where I thought it was. It was here, just above the door, I'd imagine. So there was a shot from here, and this wee bit. And that's saying that's the probable line of the north wall of the nave. And this is the nave, a procession of space used for worship by lay people who were generally excluded from the choir and high altar at the east end. And that's all been weathered. And that's just unreadable. You can imagine how long that's been there. I might go over and have a wee read that. The site of the crossing between the nave and the west choir to the east, with a high tower above. Much of the monolithic church was destroyed following the Reformation of 1560. So I think that would have been Oliver Cromwell. Just famous memorial stones. 1827, 1873, 1842. Look at the paw marks saying that would have had something to do with the destruction in where it said 1560. Maybe Cromwell's forces. And you see there must have been a walkway up there. Because the doors are blocked off there. So it's a bit windy today, so I don't know if the experiments would work, to be honest with you, and there's a lot of people passing by. This is a war memorial to the first soldiers of the First World War. Lest we forget, gents, thank you for your service and sacrifice so that we may live in peace. For nearly 20 years before Adolf Hitler kicked off his rant that cost over 50 million lives. So if anything, it was a wee history lesson. I've got one more place to go, so I'll catch you there. Until then, see ya. So welcome back to Grave Encounter Tours. Now, not a grave, it's a castle, ancient fortress and ancestral home. Zoom in. Right, there you go. Legend has it that William Wallace enjoyed the sweet taste of victory here during his operations against the occupying forces of the English in the Scottish Wars of Independence. It's said that William and his party had set fire to the outbuildings next to the castle, which led to the English forces stationed here to investigate. The soldiers fell into an ambush and Wallace and his men slaughtered them, and they were dumped unceremoniously into the castle cellars, and after that it became known as Wallace's Larder. The castle's been here since the 15th century, 1520, but before that it was the 13th century, hence William Wallace and that. And there was feudal lords of the Morvilles, and that sounds like something like back in Kilwinning. Let's have a wee closer look, will we? Maybe come back here someday. Look at that. Clyde Estuary. So, the English were garrisoned here during the Wars of Independence, and Wallace laid waste to them, taking back parts of Scotland a bit at a time. And that's the gatehouse that we're looking at, and it looks to be the only part. For more information on the castle, there's a wee scanner there you can see, it's on the typewriter. So just go around the grounds first. This is kind of part history lesson more as we go up. The dog's playing. It's a good bit for your dog. That just shows you what's out there. On a clear day you'll be able to see some of these things, perhaps a Jura. And Aaron is over there, the island of Aaron is over there somewhere. About shall we go and see what's what in the castle, or what's left of it. Yeah, well, although it looks fenced off, you can go in. The meeting of the Privy Council of Scotland in Ardrossan Castle. Lord Governor was James Hamilton, 1516 to 1575. What's in there? He was the second Earl of Arran and Regent for Mary Queen of Scots. Let's go and try a wee gander. That was that. That's not the only, as you can see the gate there. Well, they must have come through. All those who were gaining access. And now go through this way. It's a wee bit windy because we're on the coast. Look at that. Thank God they closed that off because it just shows you some places you can't come at night to do ghost hunting because it's the living you need to avoid. Especially if you've got specialised equipment. So if you come here guys, just watch your footing because you can see you don't want to end up going down there. That's a railway line, a live railway line. So it looks as if we've bumped something here. Anyway, and it's not medieval. Look at that view that way. Yeah. As much as I'd love to come here at night, I don't think it'd be a safe place, to be honest with you. No, I'm not entirely sure where Wallace would have put the soldiers. Was it standing there, back over there, or was it here? This field, so what it was, a gatehouse. There's parts of a gun there, where a gun would have went, cannonade. This is a wee bit was rebuilt there. So this has been here since 13th century, and as I said, William Wallace sacked this place with his men, slaughtered the English and threw them down into the Larder, or what would be known as Wallace's Larder. Not much to it left, to be honest with you. Has that been in there? Wow, that might be it. All sorts of litter down there. That might be it there. I'd like to come back here tonight and do it, but I don't think it'd be very safe. So he set fire to the outbuildings, as I said back there. That would have been these. And as you can see, if you're down in Ardrossan there, if you just look up, it takes up a commanding sight from the beach, or as you get off a train, or even down in Ardrossan. Sorry about the wind, folks, it's going to be a wee short video, this one. Alright, so until the next video, enjoy. Hope you enjoyed it. And remember to share, like and subscribe, folks. Try and get as many people as we can on here. We'll go for the 100 target so we can start doing live videos, live hunts. Alright, see ya. Okay, so I thought I'd do a wee experiment. So seemingly the English were burnt here. So spirits don't mean it any harm, although you hear my Scottish accent. If you come near that, I'll do that. Okay, so why don't you try it? That's going on.
FM mode. AM mode.
So if any spirits here, come step forward. You can come and speak into this. Were you born here? Were you taken here and burnt? Who burned you? Who killed you in here? Oh. Were you imprisoned here? You hear that? You say that again? Who imprisoned you here? Who put you here? That was a shout. Who put you here? Who imprisoned you? Was that Wallace? Was it William Wallace that put you in there? Did William Wallace imprison you here? What did you do after he imprisoned you? You burned what? Say that again. He burned you. He killed you. What was it? Burned. Are you English? Were you English or you one of the Scottish? William Wallace's men? No, he's English. We don't mean any harm. If you can just step forward. Burn. You said that. Were you in this building here? Was it burned out buildings? Were you in this building? Or were you put in the In prison, yeah. So were you in the prison or were you in this building? In the building. So you were in here. You were in this building. You were in this building. Thank you for talking to me. Thank you. Thank you for coming forward. You got proof. Thank you for talking to me. I'm going to leave you alone now. Why don't you go back to the light? Go to the light. He doesn't want to. You don't want to go to the light? No. Right, okay, I'll leave you in peace then. Validated, mate.